My favorite restaurants are almost always buffet restaurants. You can have whatever you want every time you leave in pain. But I could always eat everyone under the table. I could just out eat everyone and I could deal with the pain. A buffet. I always like a buffet. Hi, I'm Lacey J. I'm an entrepreneur who started a social media agency at age 22. Weird, I know. I've been niching it down and building it up over the last 11 years, and a long 11 years they have been. Being on social media so much is hard on my and my team's mental health, so we work to find routines, balance, and focus on ethics that keep us showing up authentically online. If you manage social media accounts and you feel confused, unfocused, or straight up wackadoo, welcome to the club. We meet here once a week. Hello, I'm so glad that you're back. It's June. Welcome to June. I'm happy to be here with you. At the beginning of this month, we're looking forward into July. So today's episode, let's primarily talk July content planning. Let's first go through the national days and holidays that go throughout July. Obviously, there's tons of them, but I pulled out some of the most popular and my favorites. So let's go ahead and start with the national days and holidays for July. July 1st is National Postal Worker Day, and it's also National U.S. Postage Stamp Day. Obviously, these aren't huge holidays, but I thought of some fun campaigns that maybe you could do. Let's talk National Postal Worker Day, July 1st. What about the idea of taking your postal worker? Maybe there's somebody who comes by your business's office and delivers the mail every day and you've built a relationship with them. Well, imagine maybe creating some sort of gift for them that they can show up and you can video giving them a gift and having this really nice personal interchange with your postal worker. Then that's your content that you post July 1st for National Postal Worker Day. So you need to prepare a little bit ahead of time for this, but it would be a really nice, engaging piece of content. I have done a campaign like this before for an insurance company who had a good relationship with their postal worker. They got a gift, they videoed it and posted it online, and it got some of the most shares of any of the content that they had created for months. So think about what you could do for National Postal Worker Day, July 1st. Also, July 1st is National U.S. Postage Stamp Day. Okay, I thought of a fun campaign idea for this. What if you honor this? Maybe you find your favorite historical stamp or a stamp historically that is in line with your industry or your business values, and you create a piece of content and say that you will mail out a book of stamps to the first 10 people who comment on your post. So it's kind of fun, right? We can take these days that maybe are less known and less popular and create a piece of content around them that's going to be highly shareable, highly engaging, so that your community just has another reason to hang out with you. Okay, we're moving on to July 4th. Obviously, July 4th is Independence Day, 4th of July. Now, 4th of July is becoming less widely celebrated, especially in a corporate sense in the last few years, because honestly, people are becoming a bit disenchanted with some of the values of this country. So let's just talk from a business perspective. You don't have to celebrate or honor 4th of July in your social media content. But if you do, it's a much better idea for you to maybe get pictures of your employees at past 4th of July parties, or get pictures day of when you do some sort of 4th of July celebration with your employees, so that it's pictures that are real and of your actual staff, as opposed to just creating a dumb graphic that says Happy 4th of July and posting that up. Because that, to be honest, that kind of graphic that's just happy whatever day is kind of throwaway content. There's no real value that anybody's getting from taking in that content or from you creating that content. But if you can personalize it and give another way to humanize your brand by having your employees or decorations within your office or something that gives people a behind the scenes look, that's much, much better than just creating a happy whatever day graphic. So think about that if you're going to do some 4th of July content this month. The next one that I want to look at is all the way down to July 17th. July 17th is World Emoji Day. Okay, I've been in this industry of social media for more than 10 years, and I know a lot about emojis, and honestly, I love them. I love emojis. Now, an interesting story. My mom runs the emergency department for a hospital in Portland, Oregon. And so she spends her whole career saving people's lives all the time. And she kind of looks at me some days and she's like, well, I did all this in my day today. And how'd it go teaching people how to use emojis? You know, I think she means it to like be funny, but also it makes me feel a little bit sad. Like maybe my job's not important, but at the same time, it's emojis and I love them. Isn't it cool that that's my job? All right, let's bring it down to July 22nd. July 22nd is National Hammock Day. I love hammocks, okay? Get some pictures of your employees, your staff hanging out in a hammock. Maybe string up a hammock in your office for a couple of days and let people take naps in there and take pictures of that, and that's your social media post for National Hammock Day. Could be fun. Now, there are tons of days throughout the month of July that are like food-related days. Lots of little activity-based days and food-related days. None that I'm going to go over here because I don't think that they're popular enough for you to really care. But if you do want to do some food-related days in July, just look up National Days for July, read through them, and I promise you, by the time you get to July 7th, you're going to be drooling because there are a lot of food-based national days in July. July is a very slow month in regards to sports. So I've got a couple of things here that you can think about for July in regards to sports, but there's not a lot this month. Everybody's outside playing, and so the professional sports teams that want to make money, they're not putting a lot out this month. So in July, there is a few big UFC fights happening. There's also a few big WWE events happening, and there's the Indianapolis Road Course, okay? But that's really it in regards to professional sports. Everything else is pretty tucked in for the month of July. Again, it's because most of the time in July, people are out. They're outside. They're doing lots of outdoor activities, so their attention isn't so much on professional sports. So think about what kind of outdoor sports and outdoor activities people are going to be engaging in. We're thinking volleyball at the beach. We're thinking volleyball at your family reunion. We're thinking basketball at a local court with your family. We're thinking swimming, kayaking, hiking, all the other outdoor sports that people enjoy so much during summer. You could definitely be creating some content around those. Let's take an example of a chiropractor or something. A chiropractor who's creating content in the month of July might be saying, are you doing some outdoor activities that you haven't been doing at all throughout the rest of the year because the weather is finally so nice? Hiking, playing basketball. How's your body doing with that? Let's get you in. Let's make sure that you're maintained so that you can keep doing these sports that you love. That's the type of content we might see happening during these months where people are actually engaging in outdoor sports activities. There are a few other monthly themes to consider. One is barbecuing, okay? It's finally summer. People are out there and they want to cook their food outside. We're human beings. We weren't made to live inside all the time. We need to barbecue. Just thinking about it, I just started drooling a little bit. That was very exciting. I can't wait to barbecue. So think about that in your content. Can you be creating some content that has some outdoor cooking, some barbecue? Could you maybe put on a community event, like an outdoor barbecue that brings your community together? Maybe it's a client appreciation lunch and you're inviting people and you're getting lots of good content while you're there. Tons of things you could do with this concept of barbecuing during the month of July. Also, summer vacations. So people may not be home as much. So maybe your content is circling around this concept of getting ready for vacation, coming back from vacation. It's a good concept to consider regardless of what industry you're in. Another one is that kids are home for summer break. So if your target demographic is people with kids that are school-aged, think about the fact that they're home for summer break. How could you be talking to people in a way that's relatable, that you understand their kids are home for summer break? Maybe you could provide some links to fun activities for kids, camps for kids, community events. Maybe you put on a community event that you can invite people to. So think about that a little bit. Kids are home for summer break. How does that change the way that you communicate to their parents, the people who are buying from you? Hey, if you're looking for ways to build your foundational social media strategy skills, we've got a course for that. I worked with Adrian Harvey, who's the lead digital strategist at Spry, has a master's in digital media, and has worked in digital marketing for over 10 years to create this course. The course is called Social Media on Purpose, and it takes all of the lessons we've learned over our combined 24 years in the industry and distills them down into bite-sized lessons for you to enjoy. If you're interested, check it out at thinkspry.com/courses. Also, we're kind of cute and funny if that's important to you. Before I let you go for the rest of the week, I want you to think about your own content that you're producing for your brand, content that you're producing for your personal brand, that other people are paying you for. One thing that I've been doing a lot lately, specifically for my personal brand content over at Lacey J. Fott, is I've been liking all of my content first. Okay, so I post something up and I've challenged myself for this whole year to try to be the first person to like my content. It might seem kind of silly or dumb or, I don't know, self-centered, but the truth is, what I'm trying to do with this practice is to prove to myself that I value the content that I'm putting out. If anybody on earth should value the content that I create, it should be me. I think it's always for me first, and if it benefits somebody else, then great. My sister, Lindy, recently had me kind of realign my thought process around my own content and try to start thinking about my personal brand as a digital scrapbook, because I sit and I look through that content often and I love it. It brings me so much joy. So if I can focus on how much I love the content that I put out and how much pleasure and joy it brings me, then anything else that comes from someone else is frosting. I don't need it, but it's nice when it comes. So think about how much you can support your own content and how much you can build content in a way that's for you, that you find valuable first. Then it doesn't hurt as much if other people don't like it, because it doesn't really matter. It was about what you like, what you're putting out, and what's important to you. So I hope that helps you a little bit in your own content creation journey, and I can't wait to see what you create. Have a good week, keep learning, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Social Media with Lacey J is brought to you by Spry Social Media Marketing. Edited and produced by Chad Hinman and executive produced by Lacey J. Fott.